G'day campers, Justin from 230. I'm in the Gabari tent. You'll find it at 230.com. Come and check out what makes it different to all the other hard shells that you're looking at.
Hey! All right, that's Lee getting me back, I have a feeling. So what's going on? This is the All Over Overland show. There's Lee. I'm Michael.
What's happening?
What's happening?
We're early.
Yeah,
we did it early.
We are a little bit early.
And it's I'm in the Christmas spirit. So hey,
yes.
Merry Christmas, everybody. This is going to be we're not doing one next week between the holidays, but yeah.
Yeah, we're not going to do one next week.
So we're all festive tonight.
We're a little festive. We have giveaways, and we're going to mention that again a little bit later. Skip.
Good evening.
So yeah, we're going to have some giveaways. We're going to be doing that. So as people start rolling on, we'll pick that up. And then we've got Tommy that's supposed to be on the show. We haven't heard back from him.
I hope he shows up.
Today. I talked to him yesterday about it. So maybe he's just trying to get
my favorite
connected.
Guys.
There we go.
Jeffrey has officially had his ass kicked out. And we are in.
What happened?
Ashley says we're her favorite guys. Boom. Nah, I'm just teasing, Jeffrey. We still love you, man.
Yeah. No. He puts stuff on her truck, so.
Oh, yeah, that's right. And he's the one that keeps it clean on that 4Runner, so we know that he's not going anywhere.
Exactly.
Hey, is anybody camping over the New Year holiday? I was just actually having that conversation with Michael.
We were just talking about it.
I'd really like to start an annual event. Used to years ago, every New Year's Day, I took off with a group of my buddies and we all did kayaking. And it didn't matter if it was raining, snowing. It didn't matter. We kayaked every New Year's Day. So I'm thinking we need to start that new tradition where all of us guys get together and we go camp, maybe go shooting, something, you know.
Hey, dude, I get to push buttons now.
I know. That's you should have access to that now.
Yeah.
We did a little upgrade today, so
pretty awesome. I can't write in the chat though. I'd like to write in the chat.
You still can't post in the chat?
Let
me see if I can't figure that out.
Right on. So I have had a few new podcasts.
No, Ashley, you can't go shooting. This is a guys only trip.
Can I go shoot?
No women allowed. I mean, damn, come on. Unless you're coming to cook, I guess. Wow. See, I can say that because my wife's not listening. And Ashley's a long way away. I'm teasing Ashley. Of course, you can come shoot if you want.
But hey, I had a couple of podcasts come out. You need to go check them out over at the All Over Overland podcast. You can find it on just about any platform. But jeez. Michael Gonzalez, like if you guys aren't watching, if you guys are just listening and you can't see the chat, oh my gosh, sometimes it gets a little much. Anyway, go check the podcast out. I guess there was a couple of good ones recently. We're 8:00. We're supposed to be live. Hey everybody. We kind of got on a little early, so welcome to the All Over Overland show. My name is Michael. This is Lee.
What's happening?
Overland Radio, part of the One Overland Network.
Hey, and guess what? If you go to oneoverland.com, you can actually see the live stream there too. And you can hear it on the radio. And if you go to overlandradio.com, you can do the same thing.
Isn't there another website you can go to?
You can see, you can go to Facebook or you can go to YouTube, or Michael can just kiss my ass.
I think there's another one.
Don't make me say your trigger word.
Oh,
I know the other one. Yeah. There's a couple other websites. If y'all really are creative and you start going out and looking at them, you'll end up back at the One Overland page. I told Ashley earlier I'm probably going to go to hell for it, but you know,
I think so.
Do.
I think you are.
I own a few hundred web domains. Big deal.
Yeah. Yep. You got to make sure that
some of them come back to us that belong to. Anyway, so
Ashley's.
Yeah.
Hey, so what have you been doing the last week?
Honestly, I ain't done much.
It's the holidays. I can tell, dude.
I mean, I've just sat here and banged on keyboards and, but I've not been overly motivated. I don't think you have either, come to think of it. I mean, like, I got a new power tank out there. I got all this stuff I need to put on the truck. And I'm like, ugh.
I got my new Midland gift, and it's
I got mine installed.
It's in the truck, but it's not wired. I don't have power to it yet.
I put mine in there, and I gotta say, I'm impressed so far. I legitimately, I'm impressed so far. The receiving part of it is so much clearer than the other ones.
Really?
And we can't tell you what
platform it is, what it is at all.
Yeah. But it's a two-way communicator, but damn, it's so much clearer, Michael. I mean, when you get power to yours, you're gonna go, ooh, this is different.
Yeah. And did you get there's a launch? I don't have it in front of me. Did you get
I don't
that
have it
email?
in front of me, but you sent me the email and I looked at it.
Yeah. So we've got the launch date will be fairly soon. So we get to tell you exactly what's going on. Lester. I've got one available now.
Oh, Midland, yeah, you probably, that's right. Yeah,
I got one. No, he was asking about it the other day.
Come on, don't worry about the kids. Just like give them some Benadryl and set them in the corner, Michael, for crying out loud. All right, Lester, Michael can hook you up. Can't you, Michael?
Yeah.
So I guess our guest tonight, it's 8:03. Wait.
Is he in?
Hold up.
Uh-oh.
Can you see if you can get him to come in?
What's the deal? You can't get him to come in?
No, I just want to see if it works now that we upgraded you.
Ah!
What's up, guys?
What's going on, about time. What the hell?
I had to get the whiskey.
Okay, you're excused.
How are you guys doing?
Son of a bitch, man. We were like, that guy,
new bottle.
That guy ditched us.
No,
he wouldn't have done that.
Never would.
I was like, I'll be in Longmont for too long. I was going to pay him a visit.
When are you here next?
It'll be after the first of the year, but I think February.
Dude, I don't. All these times you've been out here, I've never seen you at the shop though. Like you gotta come in here.
Well, you weren't there the day I was there. Then
I know.
Were you?
No, I wasn't.
I know you weren't. You were replacing a window, weren't you?
Yeah. We have one of our. I was gonna say, can we just hop right into stories? You guys got to tell me what that one's just one of the fun crazinesses of from a year ago. Last time I was on with you guys and talking things through. That's just one of those fun stories over the last.
Before we start we
first. Hold on, I got to open mine. Hold on.
All right, hold on. We gotta have mandatory whiskey shot.
Okay. Oh, shit.
Just to celebrate the fact that Tommy showed up, because freaking, I was starting to worry.
I poured a glass here. I was like, ooh wee. All right, we got to get a different glass. Pour just one shot's worth.
All right, guys, forgive me. I'll be right back.
Oh, Jesus
Talk
Christ.
amongst yourselves.
Jeez. I was going to say, can I tell the window story then for just a quick one?
Yeah, tell the window story. So let me get it started for you. So I go to see family in Longmont, Colorado, which is where Tommy and Colorado Campworks are based. And literally I'm like 2.5 miles from their shop. So I drive around there and go visit. And he's not there because he is doing what?
I had flown out like a day before just to replace a window on one of the NS1s that was out there. And one of our first customers took delivery of his unit. He's driving like 95, he tells me, 95 across the salt flats and just mobbing all over the place with this thing and just shatters the window, calls me at 2 a.m. and is like, hey, man, I broke a window. I'm like, this seems like something you wait until the morning to call me and tell me about. So went to the shop, picked up a window, got on a plane at 6 o'clock, drove down to DIA, got on a plane, flew out and replaced a window like in the middle of right outside Sacramento in the mountains out there. And I'm like, I'm sitting there. You're supposed to be in town. I'm excited for that visit. I'm like, everybody's, where are you? I'm in Sacramento replacing windows. My goodness.
Yeah, that's excellent customer service though.
I was gonna say, so note on Campworks, great customer service, but that's our max bar. That's our best. We will never. We'll have worse customer service probably in the future.
I used to have a boat dealership, and one of the things is that I was open 7 days a week, 7 to 7, but everybody knew if they called me in the middle of the night because they had a boat that was sinking or whatever, we'd come help them out. One of my buddies he had I think it was a 94-foot houseboat, big old houseboat. He calls me at 1:00 and he's like, I hear him. I answer the phone and I'm kind of groggy. And so I hear him going, hey, this MFer, he'll answer. You just wait. He'll answer. I'm telling you, he will. And I'm like, oh God, he's drunk. And I'm like, yeah, Kyle. And he goes, dude, my shitter is full. And I'm like, that's not my problem. Now we've drawn the line. I'm not coming to, I was like, you got to go back to the marina and get that thing pumped out. That's not in my job description.
Oh.
And so he calls me the next day and he's like, dude, I really didn't think you were going to answer the phone. He goes, you had me worried. So great customer service on your part for sure.
Oh,
so
dude.
Is Michael back? So let's do this.
Michael,
it is time for a
mandatory
whiskey shot.
Too long. I had to talk to the kid.
To Tommy and being late.
And since the last time we've been on, a lot has changed.
And welcome back.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not sure if this whiskey gets better or
dude, it's so
stronger.
Good.
You guys both drink the same thing?
Yeah.
We're trying to get them to sponsor the show, but they haven't pulled through yet.
Oh, dude. I don't even know who this is. We got it as a Christmas present from our little cafe shop thing next door here.
Oh, really?
So when you were here, you saw hygiene. We're just in the middle of nowhere. I mean, we got our little coffee shop market.
Coffee shop right across the corner there from you, and
that's all you need.
It's not much, but it's a neat little place. And you guys had just started taking delivery of all the shells. I mean, you had all your shells.
Think you had I think the last time we talked to you, you had maybe 2 shells.
And then all of a sudden there's 10.
Like you guys were, it was early still.
Dude, you guys, so I was going to say, when we came back on here, the story from the last time we were on with you guys and talking through, and I got to see both of you this summer at all the Overland Expos and such, right? But man, it's been wild. When we last talked, we had a wooden body, and I gave you guys that tour, and we hopped in there, and we had the wooden body camper. That thing was built in my dad's backyard, built in the garage. My younger brother sitting there painting with me at 2 a.m. and painting this thing. And dude, the story of that, that unit alone, and that's when we had talked, and we had just moved into our shop. And so since then, took actual orders. We started our manufacturing, our production shell. We didn't even finish and send out to our composite manufacturer until January last year. We got our first body back March, April, our very first body back. And it was it's been fun. That story of the window breaking.
And the new shell, the new body.
Oh yeah.
Is so badass, dude.
and it's not Henry Ford anymore. You can get something besides black.
Yeah. You guys been seeing, which one are you guys going with? You guys have seen them?
The
green.
You're going blue and going green.
Yeah.
Green. We've only done one so far, and everybody's like, "It's Hulk. Look at that thing."
I still kind of like it because it's different.
Oh, dude, I mean,
I love there was a cream colored white. I don't think it wasn't bright white. It was.
We're discontinuing the cream. So you have one. There's one. If anybody's listening and wants that one, we got one cream body. That one. We were going for a sand. We were going for a desert sand.
Yeah.
More in that Tacoma, the quicksand color that they have at Tacomas.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we were aiming for. And we missed some on that. I'm saying the story of the window is so funny because we release this product and we get it out there, and as soon as customers have it, it's this guy is just mobbing. He's got a Raptor, and I watched a video of him recently jumping his Raptor. And I'm like, dude, you're just driving that recklessly. I'm like, at least hook one of our campers up behind it. Get it but you're going to be jumping and mobbing. So we're replacing windows now, and we're switching to a polycarbonate with a glaze over it. And so it's all of these little things it's been a crazy year because, from just a prototype built in the backyard, a wooden body, which we ended up donating this summer to one of our family friends who there's a whole amazing story to that. Her and her husband, they lived in Northern California. They loved living out, and they had a nice plot of land and a nice house, and they're both teachers. Their daughter was born and had a heart defect. It took all the bills and all the money of it. And they had to move back to their parents' house in Colorado, and they had to sell their house, and now they're living like in the suburbs again. And so it was like, we gave them that demo camper, the wooden one. We gave it to them so they could at least still on the weekends go and have that experience. It's like, your daughter is obviously such a gift. It's like, you lost this house, but you can still have this experience. So
yeah,
I ended up thinking that was the perfect home for that. But it's been a crazy year going from that product to just seeing the windows breaking, and then we got to fix that. And that constant prototype of, you don't learn nearly as much when you got one unit and you're trying to put it through the ringer and figure out what it is. And all of a sudden you get there and you get more customers on the road and more units on the road. And it's the cool piece is it's really tested our ethos of whether or not we're going to be somebody who designs the best object we possibly can and continues to grow, or if it's like, sorry, bring that back to our service department and we'll charge you $400 to fix that window. It's like, no, we stand by it. We're going to change that in the long term, so no one ever has that situation happen. But it's just been a crazy year getting the colors and the pieces. There are mistakes made. We painted one cream colored. So
well,
you just up the rarity.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you just up there. So real quickly, now that everybody's had a chance to see Tommy again, and I'm sure there's some of you that are watching that have seen it that when he was on here before with us. So let's quickly give a shout out to our sponsors tonight. We need to make sure we recognize them, and Overland Attic, the More Expo, and the Big Iron Rally. The More Expo, Tommy, you were supposed to be there last year.
We didn't have one done yet. We're coming this year.
All right, you bet. I haven't seen you on the list yet.
Don't let me down. Overland Expo yet either.
All right, well, don't let us down, because we plan on taking you guys on a little
trip.
Excursion.
Yeah. Let's go do it.
So More Expo, it's Midwest only indoor expo. It's just kick ass. You need to get your tickets. They're on sale now at moreexpo.com. Chad with Overland Attic, Prince Sue and CBI, they're fantastic for us. And speaking of that, Michael, what are we going to do tonight? We're going to have a little giveaway.
We are.
Actually, we're going to probably have 2 little giveaways. They're not anything major, so don't everybody get their old, get overly excited and wet your pants or anything. But
huge giveaways. Huge.
So we're going to give away a little swag pack from More Expo. Now, here's how you're going to play this game. If you're listening or watching, if you're listening, you're going to have to go to the computer or get on your
phone,
mobile device or whatever, and head over to the Overland Radio Facebook page, and you're going to type in the comments for this show, More Expo. That's it. Simple. Hashtag More Expo. Type that.
Those of you in the comments already, all you have to do.
Is if you're already in there, just type in hashtag More Expo.
You explain it every time like the weirdest way.
I know, but
like everybody's confused.
Well, I always have to, because I forget a lot of times.
Here's what you do. Okay, here's what
people
you go
are
over to the
to
Facebook page, and then you enter in the chat.
I think Michael.
Hashtag More Expo.
I'm gonna eat a gummy worm because Michael's a dick.
Can we do another giveaway here? We'll add a camper to it or something. We'll do a few nights rental or something right during the More Expo. We'll bring 2 units out, and somebody can get one of those.
Does a bear shit in the woods? Hell yeah, we can. You want to do that too?
Let's do it. Should we add it to this, or should we do it separate?
Nah, we'll do it. We'll do it at the end.
We'll do it at
that
the
one
end.
At the end.
Let's sure we gotta get a little bit. We'll get a little bit more going. But everybody here, you'll have a little like early access, a hint to it.
Yeah.
As easy of a sign up. Just hashtag More Expo. We'll do a camper.
Oh no, we're gonna do the More Expo swag pack, but when we do
you're gonna be your own hashtag.
You're gonna be your own hashtag.
Oh, shit. All right, let's do that.
We do we do shit first class over here.
I love it. Well,
I don't know about all that. Let's not get carried away, damn it.
Can we know what you guys are giving away in that, or is it gonna surprise?
It's a surprise swag pack. Yeah. It's probably it's like hats and that
stickers
stuff
and patches.
Yeah.
And
I love it.
All that good stuff.
So. I love it. You guys talked that up. I mean, you guys were saying this last year, and it's like people keep telling us to get to the East Coast, and
you just want to be in the middle.
It's a long drive for us. Coast. We haven't even made it to Kansas City. We made it to Kansas City once so far. That's the only time
almost
we're
there.
I know.
You passed it.
Okay, this is funny. Wait a minute. Yeah, I'm here now. Give away as much as you want. Okay. I refuse to be denied. Okay, so in full transparency, Jeffrey is married to Ashley, which does our new women's Wednesday show. So she'll be on tomorrow night. You guys got to make sure that y'all
are we
listening.
allowing this? Ashley has
And so
put in the
he
hashtag
can't
more
win.
expo.
So if he wins, he's not winning.
Yeah, same with Ashley.
Same with Ashley.
Sorry,
Yeah.
man.
So anyway, all right, let's give it a couple more minutes and then we're gonna run. Let's just do it now. I'm tired of wasting my time.
Dude, there's quite a few in there.
Yeah, there is quite a few. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna pull this up on the screen. Hold tight.
You guys are going right now.
You're doing it right now.
Oh, that's what we want to see.
Watch this. He's gonna make it a screen. He's supposed to make it a screen.
Just wait. Everybody keep popping in the more, and you know what? Keep adding hashtag more expo. Just copy and paste it a couple more times, just for good measure. Make sure you didn't.
Tommy, there's going to be this year at the More Expo at the Overland Attic booth. There's going to be a recovery room.
Oh my god!
And the recovery room is going to be full of these.
And guess what? I just got a text message that they released the next video, and it's the cameo with me in it. The one where I don't finish it up. Yeah. So hey, everybody, keep come on, keep putting those in there. Let's go. Hashtag.
Dude, they're just doing it over and over again.
I know, but let them do it. It's okay. We're gonna have some fun. Do it for a couple more minutes, and then we're out of here.
Better
a couple more minutes.
Spam that shit.
Facebook, I was gonna say I'm sitting right here. I might as well hop in.
So yeah, jump in there. Spam that shit. I love it.
But yeah, so they're gonna have a recovery room that's gonna have drinks. They've got this series going out, Overland Attic with More Expo. These videos of camp cocktails.
Jeez.
And they're teaching you how to make simple, really nice drinks while you're camping. And I love this booth. I think from this, they did about 20. And from this, they'll narrow it down to about the most popular, probably 8 or so. And they'll have bartenders that will make those drinks for you in the recovery room.
We had this whole plan going to the expos this summer. We're like, we're going to bring food. We're going to bring drinks. And we realized, as fun as those events are, and they're like, I don't know why neither of you two warned me on how fun those events are. But
dude, that was my first, when I saw you there, that was my first one. That was my first expo, like big expo.
You can't miss the More Expo. You just listen, Tommy. The big expos are great, but this
they're like
expo,
SEMA.
This expo is a buying expo.
I seriously, I know we haven't signed up yet. We just got the Overland Expo. They just sent that out like yesterday about like sign up for next year.
Yeah,
and I'm like, guys, we're trying to close out. For us, this is we had year one was 2020 during the pandemic, but I mean, business year one for me, I'm building houses in freaking Tennessee for my brother. I mean, like, it's like that's year one of the business is doing some rentals and prototyping. So really 2021, this has been our year one. I'm just focused on finishing it out. Let's get through this year and then we'll get ready for next year. So
don't let us down.
Dude, we got units now. We have one. There's
no
one
pressure
right out in front of the shop right now. We've got units on hand. That was what happened last time is we're still trying to throw this thing and get the last parts together. And man, it becomes, I remember working at Earthroamer. One of the things the guys would always say is like, back when it was the wild, wild west and we'd be here on a Friday afternoon, throwing parts in and finishing them off and all these things. It's like, it's not quite as fun as it. And I always remember like, what are you talking about? Like the wild, wild west of building. And then as soon as we experienced it this year for us, I'm like, oh shoot. Yeah. It happens quick where it's, man, you have a 2-week build timeline and then you get to the last day and it's, 8 hours of tasks and those find their way to take 2 more weeks and you got to condense them all down. It's like that craziness of it. So More Expo just hit at a time where we were just, we're trying to get there. And it's just, the lessons we've learned this year. It's been mostly those stories of learning how to do this right for the next 5 years.
Well,
it's been
I'm going to be honest with you. I think it's all bullshit. You better be there this year.
We'll be there this year. For sure.
All right, here we go. Ready? Here we go.
Are you going to do it?
Yeah.
All right. Drum roll. Are you going to do it the 3 times?
Yep.
Or just once?
No, we're just going to do it once. See who wins. Last one here. Lester
Skip always wins.
Skip always wins.
He's
Son
just
of
a
a
lucky son of a
bitch.
gun.
There you go.
There you go. He gets the more what was it? The prize pack thing?
Yeah, from more. So Skip, send me your address information and I'll get it to Chris, unless you want to send it directly to Chris if you happen to be friends with him. And if you are, I'm sorry, but Chris, I'm kidding. We love you, man. Yeah, send it in. And so, all right. So the next one we're going to do, let's do hashtag.
Are you going to go ahead and do it now?
Let's
Why are we
start
doing
it
it
now.
now? We just did
Just
one.
started. No, I know, but for Tommy to do,
We'll do
he wants to do a couple night rental, right?
yeah, while we're out there. Are people local to the more expo?
Oh shit, yeah, man. There's tons of
if you
people.
bring out a second unit, we have one for one. So it's like okay. I'm on board.
Okay. So let's clarify. So this is the opportunity to stay in a Colorado Campworks camp trailer.
Yeah, we got
during the more
that hasn't caught on quite as much as I said. Somebody one time, this guy Darren Madrigal, he makes like this thing called the iDome, which is this kind of rad little shelter. Holds hammocks. We have a few of them around, and I don't know if we brought one to. Anyway, dude goes, it's a Campworks. And I'm like, it just doesn't ring. A Campworks? It's a Campworks? No, it's an NS1. I'm gonna be the ultimate hype man of like, I'm gonna hold you both to it, but it's
NS1. Is that where you're switching to NS1?
Well, that's what it. Yeah,
because that's the model.
Okay.
Because I think that just makes one. The NS1, and then you can say by Campworks, so you can just. It doesn't matter who it's by. It's just an NS1.
So here's what we're gonna do. It's hashtag CCC, Colorado Campworks Camper. That's a lot to put in a hashtag. So let's just do it, shorten it up. So put your hashtags into the comment section while we go on, and we'll draw at the end.
We'll draw at the end. So yeah, just keep on. We'll mention it every once in a while, but yeah, just keep going. So
and Chad's in here now.
Hey, Chad.
Chad Boyd. Yeah.
Tommy has got to go down and see when he gets here. He's got to go to the recovery room.
Yeah.
And get sauced. Then he can go out and sleep in his camper. Oh yeah, you're laughing because you know that's happened.
At Overland Expo, the Mountain West one here.
Oh, I know.
Closing it down with the expo staff, and we're walking around, and we get done. We're dancing at the booth, and we're like, "That was crazy. What's going on?" And we find Michael sitting over at some bonfire, just randomly stumble over into his site, and it's like, "Hey, we know you guys.
We had a good time." Dude, I was so hammered. So hammered.
Who was you? Were me?
So complete. Lee was dying. He was practically dead.
Yeah.
Where were you? Were you already in bed?
Yeah,
dude, he got sick, bad sick.
I had blood poisoning
and COVID.
And COVID.
Oh.
And when I got to the ER, the doctor told me I was about 48 hours from dropping dead. So.
Dude. I saw you that day. You were that sucks.
I know. When it hit me,
bad.
it just fucking hit me. I mean, I paid for a hotel room for all of us to go crashing after the expo, ordered pizza, and I really don't remember much of it at all. So
dude, I'm sorry to hear that. Seriously, I didn't know that story.
That's all right. It could be worse.
Eric, by the end of the show, that rental is going to be for a week.
No.
Yeah, we'll get him drunk.
We're gonna stay for a full week. We'll have to take it back with us. I'm sorry,
just
guys.
kidding. I'm just kidding.
Well,
he was saying he doesn't know you that well.
The rules very clearly there, boys.
Hey,
we gotta,
but that's how we do. That's how we do it.
2 nights,
3 day.
Yeah, it's why we call it the shit show. For crying out loud, if we had all the rules, it'd be boring.
I know. Well, I'm saying I'm glad that we're just like running with it. We came up with this giveaway kind of quick. I appreciate it.
Kind of out of our back pocket.
You gotta work fast.
Hey, listen, it's 2 nights, 3 days. And if you want to buy it at the end of the 2 nights and 3 days, Tommy will gladly
sell it to you at full
price.
Sell
it to you.
At full, it's gonna be extra because it's gonna be like
it's gonna be extra because we're gonna have to clean your smell out.
Especially if somebody's having sex in it, then it's gonna cost them a fortune.
Actually, that's a good point. We're gonna have to write that in. It's like
wait a minute, I may need to be in this competition.
Hashtag it. I hear all you got to do is hashtag it, and you're in. I feel like there's got to be a disclaimer that you sign off that you will purchase it if you
Jackson Pollock the walls.
If you molest it.
You guys asked me. You guys asked that last year. We're on the podcast here. I still
dude, it's all
like,
about
hey,
the
gotta
space
ask
for activity.
You've got to ask, is it gonna work well? And it's like,
dude, you don't want to get a trailer and then have a freaking month-long trip with your woman and find out that you can't get any. It would be the worst.
Look at Eric. Drink up, Tommy. I said
the worst
Uber
ever.
Discounts coming. Oh, Jesus, that's funny.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Hey, if y'all are everybody listening, to make sure you get the hashtag #CCC, and then do me a favor, go out and share this around, and we'll get some other people in it. Not that
I was gonna say, can I add a hashtag to it, or is that now can we do our?
It's
hashtag
only gonna
where you are.
It only recognize one hashtag at a time.
Oh, CCC, but do hashtag, just support the brand, live where you are. What is that?
I like it.
What does that mean to you guys?
You could take a dump anywhere you are.
Anywhere you are, man.
You can cook Thanksgiving dinner in an NS1, fully solar powered.
Dude.
Right? No generators, no shore power. You can make Thanksgiving. Did you do it again this year?
We just did last night. We just cooked, I think it was like 20 lamb chops and potatoes and all sorts of goodies, like a carrot cream sauce, some coleslaw, all off the back of it. We added a spark grill. You guys seen Hitchfire out there, and I'm like, it's a cool concept. So we have this company, another Boulder company, kind of this area. There's a company called Spark Grill. They make a charcoal grill that's all electric ignition. So we're trying to figure out. I remember I was talking to those guys there, and that was at the Outdoor Adventure Expo of like, is it Brad? I think it might be Brad over there at Hitchfire. And I was like, man, I think this is one of the coolest ideas ever. Can we get like a better, bigger grill? I just want more. I want more BTUs. I want more fire. I mean, I want to be able to cook a shitload of food. I don't want just that. Like, I want as much fire as you can bring to the party. So the NS1, we now have a swing out arm rather than a spare tire mount. We have a Spark grill mount that we can add on going forward. So we went from the Traeger and we went up to the Spark. So it's like, we're kind of trying to give you all the tools.
So for everybody that's listening that doesn't know or didn't see the last show when we had Tommy on, his camper is fully off-grid, solar, lithium battery powered, and they can cook a whole entire Thanksgiving meal for, was it 6 or 8?
They even built the damn table.
Yeah, it was for 10.
10, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, dude, I mean, don't undersell it. No, I mean, 8 or 10. No, we had leftovers, so it could have been for more. But yeah, we cooked in the outdoors. I think it ended up being like about 8 hours of cook time, and we were just running saws and stuff. We built a little like walnut table, and
they brought wood and made a bench and table.
We made a bench
for the whole thing.
Hey, what did we lose? Did we lose a man?
Yeah.
Oh,
it looks like he's gone. That's okay. It's just Lee. It's just Lee.
Look,
dude, here's the deal. Me and you. Dude, I'm so excited that we talked to you guys. We talked to you early on.
So first,
and we're documenting your growth.
I know.
We're going to talk and we're going to do these every once in a while, and it's been crazy to watch. That this kid that says, "Hey, look, I've got the best thing you're ever going to see," and we're like, dude, what's going on with this guy? I like this energy. And then to see you at Mountain West Expo and just killing it, dude.
How did it stand up? I mean, so seeing it in person.
It looked amazing. It looked so much better in person because I know that the body's now molded and super just clean, dude. It's just so clean.
Yeah. Yeah.
And to be able to see that growth in you guys and just what you guys are becoming in the market. It's kind of like we talk about innovation. You guys each time you turn around, you're trying to push the innovation further. How long, batteries can last, what's the right system to pair with batteries so that you've got an efficient, long lasting, adventure platform.
Yeah.
The solar, like all of it, you guys are pushing it so far. And some people will be like, that's really expensive, but it's like, dude, we're not selling it to everybody. We know it.
It's a market of like,
there it is.
There it is, dude.
Yeah.
That shot we sat out there for an hour just waiting for the sun to come up. I remember I'm just like, come on now. We're getting close. That one's beautiful.
I didn't get kicked off. I just removed myself for a minute so I could go pull this up. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Oh, dude. Yeah, there it is. And yeah, it's from the old one. It's not even old. It's a year ago. I mean, and Michael, I appreciate that, man. Of like, we're gonna keep pushing it, and it's not for. Oh, appreciate that. Oh man, we got some more stuff. Dude, I love these pop-ups. I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted by them, but all these. There you go. I appreciate seeing it. There we are. But it's been wild, and the more we test it out, and the more we go and we use it and we see it, it goes really pushing the limits of what the solar capacities are and what the batteries are. So some of the specs on it now is we're up to the 800 amp hours at 12 volt. So what is that? About 10,000 or whatever watts of battery power is. I think that would be, so that's with an add-on package. I don't think you really need that if you're going on like a standard weekend trip or a week trip, and what you really have is the solar. So we're trying to balance that. We're now up to like 700 watts of solar with a carry-on case. So you plug that in, it takes less time than I'm sure somebody could set up a 4-person tent. So in the same amount of time, you're going to have all of a sudden this whole array set up. And there's some of those limitations that we've been really, like, I think excited to push forward on is how can you get enough electricity into the backcountry? Not only, right, I mean, you could do the Thanksgiving, but I think the cool piece is when you start to have this station shows up, and if we show up to a site, it doesn't matter what camper you guys are showing up. We got a 30 amp plug. I remember I was with a buddy and he has a big old fifth wheel. I'm like, dude, you can plug your fifth wheel right into the side of our camper and it'll power your whole thing. And being able to show up and be that mobile generator, that mobile battery pack, is going to be kind of I think that's the next step for us. And it's something we position ourselves from the get-go to do, but it's exciting because a year ago, if I'm talking about all this, I think there's a lot of that proof. This year has been so wild, is go have the events, go show it in person and let you guys see it, get a feel for what it actually is that we're creating. But the fun piece is going to be towing these with the EVs that we keep seeing. You guys saw the Tacoma EV drop, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I legitimately like it. I think that thing turned out good. So, but you start to see, like, if you're out there, I mean, imagine we all bring the jerry can with so we don't run out of fuel, but what are we doing when we have a little electric car and you run out? Imagine what's that going to look like, the tow bill on that thing, to have somebody come save you from that back. So we
talked about this. Look, now we talked about this when you came on before. We talked about what if there's a way, because we were talking about electric vehicles, what if there was a way to have enough power in your trailer to be able to give you more life to your vehicle? Even like, we say even a quarter of a charge, or but if you were able to get a full charge out of I think what would be also cool is if you guys, here's your SEMA project. Your SEMA project should be that, and I'm just bullshitting here, but that you make a trailer that has so much power in it that you could, what's the national disaster? FEMA, that FEMA could pull this up and have that hospital powered. With that.
That's exactly power. I think that's the dream of it. So we just got one of the. Have you guys met Mercedes Lilienthal? She's amazing. She's amazing. She's great. And so her and I got to speak on that one, and we got to go through like all the power specs of this thing, and being able to have it. So charging back your EVs, it's actually a wild thing about that. Like those, I think people forget actually how much electricity is in those. And we were just going through the specs on one of those fast chargers. I think it's 700 volt DC is the supercharging. I mean, like, we're talking, this drops you in, like, you're going to be dust. It's not even just drop you if you get 700 volts through you. And so, like, the amount of power in these electric vehicles, it really is, it's huge numbers and huge capacities. So what really it is is about like normalizing. If you're towing one of our campers, is there enough battery capacity in the camper itself to negate the effects of towing the weight, right? So if you're going to get a 10% or 20% reduction, which there's a lot of this that's been seen in like the EVs of whether or not they perform in Minnesota or Canada. If you go up north and you're in colder temperatures, how much battery life are you losing because of the temperature drop? When you're towing, there's some reports that like the Rivian, and again, there's not enough data, I don't think, out on this, but like 40% range reduction while towing for the Rivian. So you got to keep it lightweight. You got to keep it small. But if you have a weight to power, like a weight to power ratio that's good enough, you can actually bring I've been calling it the jerry can. It's not going to be a full recharge. We don't want to have that much battery. Yeah. In fact, the reality is the car itself has all this battery. You really shouldn't be trying to compensate for that. You should be trying to say, we're bringing 20% of your range and you're going to get a 20% reduction. So you're now normalized between the two. But if you have an EV, realistically, the linkage between the two that this is how, right, the idea of the NS1 is when you have this with your EV, which none of our customers so far, they all drive 4Runners. None of our customers have done the EV. I'm like, we're all set up to do it, and it's all our customers are just 4Runners. But the reality is when you have that battery bank there, what you actually need your camper to be is you need it to be the charging interface back to your EV. And I don't know how you guys travel, right? But to me, the reality is get to a campsite. I want to stay there for a few days. So I'm going to set up my solar array. I'm going to charge my battery pack up, and then I'm going to plug back in. I'm going to keep on going. I'm going to have that adventure. I'm going to have my vehicle ready to go when it's time to pull the vehicle back out and pull the camper out from the site. I'm going to run out that way. And it opens up to me, the fun of it would be having the e-bike on the back, the Rivian up on the front, and the NS1 in the middle. And it's this power supply to both. So once you get to the campsite, you want to go biking around and you want to go see all the trails and tool around the site, take your e-bike, that'll charge up real quick, and then use the NS1 to recharge back your battery. And then you can get yourself back out from the off-grid location. So
that's a cool concept, man. I mean, I can't wait to see it all play out because there's no getting around these EVs, and I'm an overly opinionated person on EVs. And
a little bit.
Yeah. And so I listen, I'm not opposed to them. I just don't want them rammed down my throat because I personally like the smell of jet fuel and diesel fuel burning. And I like I just like it. And all these EVs are being charged with fossil fuels anyway. So if you're going into the solar realm of this and you're able to take solar, harness that energy and do some of these charging, or at least give parts of the charging back. That's a bonus. That's a win-win.
Dude, that's the end of it. And that is the win-win, because then it's actually the fun that we all want to go. Dude, I think if anybody tries to sell you on like an electric vehicle because of its sustainability and you don't understand that you're burning the fossil fuels, running through a wire and then plugging it in on a different spot, it's just ridiculous. Your engine's just over here, guys. Let's not miss the point on that. And that's the world as we live in right now. So again, if you can sit here and you can actually, set up this system where here's how you can go live. I think there's some adjustments to it though. I mean, like, I'm with you. We got right now we're towing the camper with one of the Volkswagen like V10s, and just the diesel, like the startup of it, man. It's the vehicle I love driving, and I understand that entirely.
You're towing with a V10?
Yeah, one of the.
You know how rare that is?
I know, it's sick. I want one of the. Apparently, I just heard yesterday some guy tells me, he goes, they made V12s. They made the V12 Touareg in Europe.
Well, that Touareg will pretty well walk the dog on a stock Toyota.
Oh, dude, these things. I'll send you guys.
It's a beast.
Yet. I'll send you the video. We just went. We just made a video of the Touareg towing the camper just out here in Allen's Park, one of the trails.
You could have put 10 more NS1s behind that thing and it'd have towed it.
Dude, it's the fun
of
a
mule.
We don't take. So now we have the demo camper and we have the Volkswagen in front, and we're just, you don't feel it. You 100% just don't even feel it. It doesn't drive any different. And obviously, I mean,
it's a diesel V10, right?
Yeah, diesel V10.
Does it have the Webasto diesel preheater in it too?
Yeah, dude. This thing is so it's a 20. It's a 20. I think it's a 2011. When you guys are out here, you'll come see it. We plated the whole underbody. We put a lift in it. Dude, it's
hallelujah. Finally, somebody sees the light.
Yeah, dude. It's been fun. It's been fun.
Michael, what are you laughing at?
Just we went down a rabbit hole. I was just letting it happen.
So,
just sitting back
okay,
going, I'm not
Lester
even
says
gonna
mandatory shot.
like okay, mandatory whiskey shot. Here we go.
Is this acceptable?
It'll work. It'll work.
You boys. What time? How long do we got here? Actually?
Don't worry about it. You just enjoy yourself and have a good time. Here's to the Volkswagen Touareg.
Yeah, seriously.
But you were talking about. I want to go back to the trailer and the power and even with Lee, it's like, hey, look, I still like gasoline. I still like all this stuff, and let's face it, Lee was like, you still got, an engine, like you were saying, that's still powering everything, that's bringing the electricity to where you need it.
Yeah.
But like with every innovation, there's always like the crude way that it happens that feels a lot better than the way it was. Yeah. But it's still crude because it's going to push the innovation to clean it up.
Yeah.
It's kind of been the theme lately in some of the podcasts that have been out there and different things that people are talking about. And it's like, it's to push the innovation to take it further.
Absolutely, dude. That's an interesting piece. And I don't know what role we play in that really, man. I think I appreciate that commentary on it because it just, I feel like the reality is we wake up and we got a guy down the shop. You guys, I would love to get him on here and have you guys meet him, but we'll have you guys meet him at the next expo. Is this guy, Zach, who's our lead engineer and electrician. And this guy, every time we present an idea to him, it's like, can we do this? Can we accomplish it? And he's like, hell yeah, we can. Why? Like, I don't know. Why not? Does it tow from the wheels? Yeah, we have an alternator set up in it. We plug it, we wire it into your vehicle. So your vehicle alternator is charging the NS1, as well as you can do an optional alternator on the wheels. We're redoing the whole suspension because you guys have seen the Brooders out of Australia.
Yeah.
So we want to work on our own suspension. I know everybody does. Everybody in the teardrop world has done their own suspensions. So when we do our own custom suspension, that's going to unlock the alternator. And I feel like we've been in this spot. We've been growing. It's been growing so quickly. We've had to, you guys are kind of sitting here in a moment for us in the company is that all of these car companies, when you go into an attitude of innovation, what you really have to do is you have to say, here's the things we know we can accomplish in the long term. And then that's going to be 2 years, 4 years, 5 years out. And I think the fun of what we've been doing is, and I would almost leave it to just, it's a shop full of kids. It's a shop full of people who enjoy making things, building things, and improving what we have here and just having fun with it. Where our innovation is just, could we mount a television in the roof, have that thing flip down? Yeah. How hard is that going to be? I don't know. We got to make a plastic trim piece. We got to make a mount. I could get you something wired up tomorrow. It's like, sweet. So I can play Xbox in my camper. It's like, if that's what you want, we can figure that out. So we had a customer come in and present that. So the amount of movement we have it's that like, we still are so much at a phase where it's like, we're trying to learn what the customer wants. We started with like we've said a few times about the body and that composite shell and making sure that we get the things that are on the outside, we get them right. We get our doors right. We get our battery system right. We have the battery capacity. Water storage is correct. Insulation is all good.
You get the brake lights cut into them.
Yeah, get everything. Get it all dialed. I mean, we've spent so much time. I don't even want to tell you guys. Lee. I don't want to tell you guys. I don't want to tell you how much time we spent on this. Lee's looking away. He's like, I don't want you to tell me either.
I was checking your hashtags.
Oh,
now, when I was there, it was pretty cool the way you guys had them all, all set up in there, and you could tell. I think I met that guy, Zach. I want to say I did.
Talented dude.
Maybe.
Yeah, he doesn't talk a lot though. So I mean, if you only see him once,
he was off on the side, and anyway, but here's a question that nobody's asked yet. I'm sure somebody's thought of it yet so far, but are you going to build a bigger trailer?
It's in 3D. Timeline on it, nothing done on timeline.
So the reason I ask is Michael and I need a radio trailer.
All right.
But mine and Michael's, I think, requirements for a trailer are a lot different. Like, I want shit tons of solar and batteries to charge things and power things, and Michael wants a stripper pole. So, I mean, somewhere along the way, we got to find a happy medium. But
Wow.
I'm
Wow. So I can dance on it. That's the only reason why I want one.
Well, I'm not going on.
Michael's been getting his workout in.
Yeah, I'm not
Right.
going on those trips with Michael. I just need to make sure he disinfects everything when he brings the trailer back.
Wow. Versatility, guys. You gotta have it.
No, I'm just teasing. No,
you guys had Red Tail on recently, right? I mean, yes.
No, we haven't had him on yet. I talked about him the other night. Well, now I made a podcast about him the other night because there was people in one of the groups that I'm in was just like hating on the price and everything. I was like, guys, calm down.
Yeah.
And I made the point that like we were at a point where we didn't think rooftop tents were going to evolve anymore. Like we thought, okay, the wedge style tent, that's the one of the best ones you can have out there for the weather and everything. And they've got pockets in them. They've got power up there for USB ports. And, we thought that's it. That's where it's going to stop. And then this thing comes out.
Dude,
it's got a heater in it. It's got like some kind of AC, doesn't it? It's got something.
I think he's got a fan. He's got just what do they call him?
Just the exhaust fan.
Max just whatever. Max Air. Yeah, he's got his Max Air. I mean,
still anything.
Were you guys able to at the last show go up there?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
You and I walked over there. I met him, and we're gonna have him on the show. We've been crazy just trying to get people that we're getting there. There's so many. Dude, I made so many contacts. It's not even funny. So we've got a year's worth of people that we need to get on still.
Yo,
and we got
shout out to Red Tail Overland, Tyler, Annie, love you guys.
Yeah, and so I made this podcast about it, saying that like, look, the price may be high, but they know it. They know that there's only a certain number of people a certain number they've got to sell. They've got a number in their head, and when they're there, they're happy.
Dude,
so they're not trying to sell 500,000 of them. And
if they did, it would be cheap enough where we don't want one too. Then you're get price all of a sudden.
That was my next point. It's pushing innovation. So we didn't even think that this was possible for a rooftop tent. Now that we see it is, now there are going to be some companies that'll make an inferior product to what he has because he put all of the best shit in it. He didn't just go, I'm going to go make one in my garage and put it together and go take it around and show everybody what plexiglass and plywood look like.
And that's kind of what Tommy's doing.
Oh, dude.
That's what Tommy's doing.
It just depends on the size of your garage. Are you kidding me? The dream is just to keep the garage growing. The house could stay the same. You just keep growing the garage.
Yeah.
I don't know what you guys. I don't know.
So I was just like, look, if anything, it pushes the innovation of other companies to innovate more, which is going to push Red Tail even further because it's like I told you when we talked to Mario. Mario said, my goal is to be away from the fire when everybody gets to the fireplace.
Dude,
he's already down the road.
You guys, it is cool to have like this story of it. Seriously, it's going to be every year. And if you guys are still running the podcast and at that point, it's going to be a video show. My goodness, boys, you guys are it's going to be on.
Well, dude, it doesn't get much more real. It doesn't get much more real than this, man. You are live.
That's a good
on
point.
Video, audio. I mean, the only other thing we could do is start one up from the shop and do it right there and let you build a trailer in front of us.
See, I think we should do that. I think we should just get you guys out here and we'll do a live video. We'll do a live radio show, but we'll also get a bunch of B-roll and we'll get you guys some footage we'll bring out all the different vehicles. So we could get a Red Tail camper out here. We'll have the Touareg here. We'll get all the vehicles and we can just shoot you guys getting a bunch of different stuff, talking about a bunch of different vehicles, get you a bunch of B-roll, get you something made for that.
Dude, we may have to work out something to
get on out. You guys get on out here.
Well, here's you bringing up something that is in the works.
Be careful.
That's in the works right now.
Soon.
And I mentioned it the other night. I said there will be tour dates.
Yeah.
With what we're working on.
Seriously. Eric,
that's going to be tour dates
too. Dude, that's a huge point right there. You guys coming out with some new
We may have to add somebody on the stop on the tour.
I personally think we've already established what we're doing. We've already talked to several people in one thing or another. So it's just a matter of the finite details. You might as well just kind of
I'm pretty excited about it.
Give it away.
You guys got some news coming. Let's know. This is how you build.
So we are the home. We are the show that you come to for breaking news. We just didn't think that we were going to break our own news.
Yeah.
Like it's so weird that you're going to break your own news. So I had this idea and I talked to Lee and he thought, let's run with this. And I mean, dude, the next morning I hit the ground running and talked to a few companies,
dude was
a few
on
businesses.
fire. I mean, I'm telling you, like my phone was burning up.
And none of it struck out. All of it was gold. All of it was gold. So what we're going to do this year is we're going to go on an Overland Radio, all over Overland show tour. So we're going to take the show on tour and we're going to go to different locations.
Yep.
And and the dates are going to be throughout the year. It's not going to be like we're doing a 3-week, bus tour. We're not doing that. We may do one a month. We may do a couple in 1 month. We may something.
Dude, you guys
But we're going to go to different locations and have a live show. And the location we're going to is going to help us make it a party.
Oh, dude, let us know the date. You guys can be here. We'll throw you a big old party.
And we've already got most of our location, and most of it is in the Midwest, because we're going to do a lot of out and backs, but Michael's going to have us help. We're going to get together and Michael's going to have us a t-shirt made up that looks like a,
it's
like
going to look like a concert.
Like an Air Supply t-shirt.
Concert tour.
You have the
shirt.
Dates and all the vendors on the back. And
I'm gonna have some graphic made that's gonna be like so old school, like concert vibe.
It's gonna
on
look
the front
like an,
and then on the back
90s,
it's gonna have the name of the tour, and it's gonna have the name of the locations with the date that we go to.
Yeah, I was gonna say Campworks gets you guys an NS1 too for it. We'll send it.
Okay.
We'll send one.
We'll work on that, and we're working with companies to find out what dates we want to do.
Yeah.
So once we kind of get a little bit of that, because we're gonna be weather aware in some places.
Oh, dude. You guys want to do Rimrocker? We'll head out to Montrose. We'll do Rimrocker. I know they've been just itching to throw an overland party in Montrose.
Well, we'll talk.
All right. This is an off-air conversation. We love everybody who's listening right now.
Yeah.
We'll hop on.
I gave away more than I wanted to. I wanted to say something, but
for it, man.
we don't have dates nailed down. We do have a few dates. So we know that we're going to do the More Expo, and we know that we're going to do the Big Iron Overland Rally. We know that we're going to do those two events that have locked in dates already.
Well, I mean, we got stuff in Dallas. Not just Dallas, but Texas.
Yeah.
We may have something in New Mexico lined up.
That one I didn't even know about. So
Kansas or Kansas City. So we got stuff all over, and there's a lot of small companies.
Probably Nixa.
Yeah. Missouri.
But we might even go to a few of the, like the coffee events. We'll do that kind of stuff also. We want to go on a community tour, and we just want to. And another thing that we want to do is that if there's an influencer in the area that we're going to be at, like a local to that shop or local to that place influencer, or maybe there's a handful, we want them to come and we want to interview them on the show.
Dude.
We just want to have a party there, man.
Just have fun.
Yeah, watch out. Yeah. You got to watch out for those Instagram influencers, guys. You got to watch out.
They're crazy. Yeah.
They're crazy.
They're crazy.
All dickheads.
Bring in food trucks.
They are fucking crazy.
I've only noticed that Instagram influencers are the best people. Like, I've actually mostly noticed they're just like
super nice, super laid back,
nice, just good human beings, and they're really comfortable in front of cameras. That's almost actually all I've noticed. Is I'm like,
there's a few that are dicks.
Dude,
there's a few.
There's some of everybody that's a dick. I mean, come on.
And the more fucked up their teeth, the more dickish they get. I don't get it. It's just weird.
Tell me how you really feel.
Okay.
Okay. Hold up. With that being said, why don't we do a little Are we ready to do this drawing?
Let's do this draw. Let's get
Okay.
let's get some
Are we ready?
campers.
We got it in. Okay, so again, let's.
Did we say enough specs on what this
we said 2
camper
nights.
is? Does everybody understand what
2
what
nights
it even is?
during the More Expo.
During More Expo, exactly.
At the More Expo.
We're gonna bring one for ourselves also. Arla.
Oh, Arla!
Yay!
No way! That's awesome. That's awesome. Hey, it'll look good behind that Jeep of hers, man.
Well, dude, it's probably gonna just be there at the place for them to or Tommy will have it set up for them to use.
You guys, are there spots nearby that we can actually camp?
Oh yeah, it won't be too far at all. We can do some of the Mark Twain. We'll get. Let's see if we can't get Chad to maybe take us on a little, afternoon or overnight tour or something. What do you say, Chad?
Chad's gonna be busy, dude.
After the show?
Is he?
Well, I mean,
is Chad
after the
at
show.
the actual booth there serving drinks?
Dude, you've got to Lee. You're growing this. We need to nail down exactly what's happening. Are these the 2 nights that the show is going on? Is the way that I understood it.
That's the way. That's that. Okay.
Because that is when they will be there.
That's the case. It's during that. So we'll bring one out. We'll put it in the show. We'll bring one out. Arla's got it. If we can get it, if during that time, I was thinking it would be, again, if there's people actually hanging out, yeah, we'll figure it out. Chad,
have they decided if they're opening up the campgrounds there at the campgrounds?
I think they are going to open up the campgrounds there.
That seems like more fun is to have it be like as a part of the event.
Yeah.
That's what seems more fun to me. But
also, because here's the deal.
I'm willing to let it be
I don't trust
it works out.
I don't trust. Well, now that I know who won, I can't say this. But before, I didn't trust anybody just to take the trailer off into the woods. I was going to make sure that was known.
Yeah, Arla and Tony, we definitely trust them.
Get it freaking stuck. We were just off roading with this thing though, and somebody who I think is an amazing driver, super capable off road, gets to a spot end of the trail, turning it around, and doesn't know how to back a trailer. And I'm like, and being a great off-road driver,
it doesn't mean anything.
Skills. There's not actually a lot of overlap. Like backing a trailer is not the same. It's just a different skill set. And I was like, wow, you crushed it. You crushed it. But literally,
that's too funny because that's true. It's not the same.
So
I was gonna say I was behind it in a more capable vehicle, not towing, and I'm driving behind it and have to put on the lockers. I make a mistake and I'm just in a shitty spot. Turn on the lockers. They don't have to the entire time, but we get to the end of the trail and everyone's like, you messed up. You messed up. And they couldn't turn it around. So I was like, it was a real point of trailer pride understands how to
trailer pride. Trailer pride. That's what we need. Yeah. We need t-shirts. Hey, Long Creek, we need t-shirts made that say trailer pride.
I got to get a hold of him because he's supposed to have our island t-shirts and our radio. Hopefully, anyway, our radio t-shirts.
Right on.
Let him know we need. Yeah, we'll get him on Campworks shirts too. We did custom ink and they got our badge all in the wrong spot. It's like not aligned properly. Yeah. Like we're pretty detail focused. You put our badge in the wrong spot. That doesn't look good on us.
Yeah, but see, that's like one of those
custom ink.
One of those things where you buy one, you put it aside, and it's like the unique coin that had the misprint on it. 10 years from now, that shirt might be worth a whole.
Okay, I'm glad you said that because
they're OG shirts.
Yeah,
because this is the guy I need to talk to. We need to start an overlanding NFT thing.
Oh, dude, where are you guys at on this? We're thinking. So I was gonna say, can I give just some these are more spoilers at this point, or more like you guys? I just want you guys to know what's happening first. But some of the fun stuff that we've been working on this year is Skip. We can definitely do stickers. Stickers, we got that.
NFTs are the new patch for overlanding.
That's what I'm hearing. What we're doing is we're working on a UI UX, like the interface on our camper between your actual NS1 and how that goes on your app. So the new NS1s starting after Unit 24. So after we finish year 1 builds, we're trying to scale up what we're doing, and it's all going to be linked to your smartphone. Every single system is controlled through the app, and then you have an interior touchscreen, and inside of that, it's going to monitor your water, your battery, obviously, and of course, but also contents of your cooler. It's going to monitor your solar capacity. It's going to monitor your daily tasks, your to-dos. It's going to give you GPS linking. And all of this is going to be sitting on one of the screens right there in the NS1 too. So the way you interface between it, hopefully it gives you an experience where you can see on the GPS on your home screen where everybody in your community is. You have these little trackers. Hopefully keep the campsite like kind of on lockdown, but give you just some metrics and kind of create. It's not an NFT, but you guys use any of those VR headsets?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Try and bridge that gap between these crazy technologies and then your camper. And I think the reason you got to do it is we have all this electricity. You got to push that innovation. At the end of the day, it's so that you're not sitting there spending any time worrying about things that don't matter when you're trying to just enjoy a good drink around a good fire with good people, right? And that's at the core of it. That's what it's all about. And so if I have a phone that's trying to tell me a notification every single time I get an email, that interface, that screen, dude, it just takes away from the whole experience. So if we can give you something that keeps you in control of your camper, in control of all these settings, gives you connectivity, but it's something that's like not in your way, and all of a sudden that screen is a way for you to interact with the world around you in a positive way. I think it's one of those things that that's a hint of it. Things to come here in the next version. It's still going to be an NS1 at that point.
Dude,
but
I think that's super badass.
It's also, dude.
Yeah.
You guys.
But what I really think is that you need to have, now that you've said this even more, I think you need to give an NFT to every person that buys a trailer.
Yep. That's exactly
so
what I was
that
thinking.
can be part of the whatever they call it,
The experience.
And then do you have, you have one, we'll prove it, and let me see your NFT. Like, fucking here's my NFT, motherfucker. Like,
I don't even, this whole world's getting so weird. What does that even mean?
Dude, it's so fucking, like, it clicked on me this weekend. Like, so it's the future. It's going to happen.
It's already happening.
And it's going to happen.
Michael, I'll trade you a Bitcoin.
No. I'm not saying the Bitcoin. I don't care about the cash part of it.
Is that not relevant? Isn't that all?
It is. And maybe it stays in the Bitcoin world, but I'm not. The Bitcoin part of me, I could care less. The way I see this NFT running, I don't think, fuck if they cost any money in the beginning. I don't care. I want it to be that this is a group, like that we build the community, that these even free NFTs are out there, but that to camp in a certain area with like the Campworks people, you have to show that you've got your NFT.
Yeah.
The way I was told about it, like,
and you can't. This isn't one of those things where you can fake it. I mean, when you own one, there's only one way to get it and access to it. And a lot of people say, "Well, I could just screenshot it and then make a copy of it." It doesn't really work that way because there's a key code that goes along with it, and if you don't have that, it ain't legit.
Dude, I'm like, this is so far. I'm like, all right, guys, I'm getting back to work on the camper, like the UI. I'm like, we'll get into that.
We'll talk to you about it later.
You're breaking my brain. Are we going? Let's get a second podcast started. We'll go.
Well, here, no, I've got to say one thing. This is what made me understand NFTs. So this is what I was listening to. So give me just a second. I know it's crazy shit, and everybody listening that's overlanding is like, "What the fuck's going on?" But here's what I was told. So let's say that you're going to a club. You're going to a club in New York, and you find the club, which is the first hassle. You find the club, you're at the right club, and then you go to get in, and they're like, "You need a Bored Monkey NFT to get in tonight." You don't have one. So you have to step away, get on your phone, and you have to fucking buy a Bored Monkey NFT to be able to get in the club that night. Well, let's say you go back 2 nights later. Well, now it's not a Bored Monkey, it's another one. These NFTs are like just little coins to grant you access to things and to people and to groups and different things like that. So I was like, well, maybe we should start the bottom part of, it's proof of purchase.
That's both of those explanations, but it's the badge of honor of like, I was there.
That's the way I see it.
I think that's what because I'm like, a proof of purchase is like, I got a receipt or I got a picture of it. I've never really understood the significance of it. But if it's like
all of the Jeep badges, badges need to be fucking NFTs.
Yeah, exactly. Is Jeep not already doing that?
I don't think so.
Freaking Jeep.
It's still
Just
a
call
little.
me. I'll tell you everything I know
Catch up.
It's a really cool thing. It's still a
for
little
a
bit.
small fee.
It's still a little bit complicated.
Yeah.
There are some legality issues that I've been studying on it just over the last couple of days with regards to brands. And so, you know, there's a little bit of a line there, but Michael's right. It's one of those things where if you did it right in the overlanding community, it could be pretty huge. And, you know, right now I'd just like to have enough battery and solar power juice to run a few more of these blockchain miners.
See, there you go.
So I could mine. So I could
that
mine
I
some
totally
more coin.
don't understand.
New from Campworks just released. We're gonna put Bitcoin miners inside your solar powered NS1. That way you got currency.
You're making money.
You're making the money while you're sitting there sipping on a margarita.
As the wheels turn.
You know, and this is something though you guys bring it up, and I think it's an interesting piece though, is the whole world of like an analog man in a digital world. Eric, I was gonna say that same thing. Is like, you know, the badge of honor to an NS1, the sticker that says you've been there, or hey, you know, you got to be able to get into this party at the NS1. You got to be able to get your camper someplace pretty wild, pretty remote. Like, I don't think, and at the end of the day, that's the point of these whole teardrops. If you build things sturdy and you build things well, it's what you can get and where you can get it to. And I think that's something, man, the amount of times I've heard this argument of like, well, I would like my 40-footer. I just keep hearing it. I'm like, dude, that's not the point. You can't get your 40-footer anywhere that I even want to go. You can't get there with it. There's no joy in that. Like, you can't.
Well, you could roll up to your other buddy that has a Colorado Campworks camper.
Exactly.
And
be a part of it.
In F1.
And I think this is the other thing about what we're doing though is like,
but you could show them. You could show them because of your NFT. You could show them, and because of the tracking, you could show them this is where I've gone. They're like, motherfucker.
That I love. That I absolutely love. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they might. Chad's on it. He's in the next generation of campers.
Chad, we need to talk because, man, I'm telling you what, mining NFTs, but more importantly, mining some of these blockchain things it's pretty impressive. Now, I'm not into the graphics controller mining, but I like the old CPU miners, but those algorithms are only dedicated to one type of blockchain. But anyway, sorry.
Lee, I love it, man. I think it's funny. It's like there's so much different pieces to it. Yeah, like, and Eric, this comment here too. You guys, this is a funny conversation. I'm about it. I'm really about it. I feel like we should do a tech and overlanding space.
Dude, I kind of thought you might get geeky about it.
Get a little geeky about it.
I mean, it's fine, right? It's okay.
Let's have another drink. Hang on.
It's okay. It's okay. Just get a little geeky. It's all right.
Dude, I love it. Hey, everyone who's listening, I appreciate all you guys. Michael, Lee, you guys rock. Seriously, thank you guys for having me.
Hey, here's the Michael's NFTs.
Wait, time out. I haven't seen one yet. Does that exist?
And then here's the
no,
Chad.
it does not. I did put a few art ones, so I do have an all over overland thing out there with some of the watercolor paintings I've done, because it's another way people are going to trade art. Also, the other thing that made it click into my head, the really thing that got me was like, hey, remember when Nirvana came to concert and you went? You could prove it if you owned the NFT.
Michael, I was probably 6 years old.
Well, I'm not saying you. I'm just saying people.
But
I would be able to prove. I would be able to prove that I was at that concert with my NFT. So because your ticket's going to tear apart, your concert T-shirt's going to rip up, and just because you have the concert T-shirt doesn't mean you were there. But the NFT in your blockchain shows that you were there.
Question: does Lee get an NFT for Overland Expo Mountain West when I didn't even see him? We're sitting there drinking around the campfire. Does he get the NFT or not?
Well, he's
not going to say
the satellite would recognize that he was there.
Okay. Yeah, there's a thing called geofencing that you could probably embed some kind of geofence into it. So if somebody think of air tags on iPhones right now. If you're within a certain amount of distance or you get a certain amount of distance away from an air tag, your phone notifies you that you left a device behind. So you could reverse that and have I'm going to guess, some type of geofencing built into the digital code that's embedded that can never be changed, so that if they're near you and you have your wallet, your NFT wallet, and somebody's close enough to you, they could probably they get a notification saying, hey, somebody's close by. Do you want to buy one of these NFTs and enter?
You guys, I'm just gonna say, I'm gonna bring this back.
Like
Overland Expo, overlanding vehicle you've ever driven.
Overland Expo could have the NFTs that you.
He's like, no, dude, we're doing.
I'm staying with this. That could give you discounts on food.
On board with it. I just think they should let us cook food at the expos, though. Imagine if every vendor was actually allowed to cook food for you. That event would get so much better.
I cook food over at the.
Dude, every single brand, when we show up as a newbie on the block, we want to show up and we want to give the best food to every single person walking by.
They won't let you do it.
No, they won't let you do it.
Yeah.
I mean, catering and freaking food licenses, and they got to make their cut and all this other crap. But
yeah, they've got
the person walking through it. I mean, that's a group poll right here. Would you want to see every vendor cooking?
Dude, those corn dogs were awesome.
You guys had corn dogs?
The corn dogs at Mountain West were awesome.
Dude, here's an idea.
The tacos.
Could you skirt that rule if you set up the trailer and let them cook their own food, and you were just there?
Like you are cooks.
Bring BYOF.
Yeah. So like, bring your own stuff. You cook on our equipment. We have a professional chef here that can help you if you got any questions.
That would be.
I don't know if that would skirt that, but to me, it seems like, hey, look, if they're bringing their own food, they're just using our equipment to cook it.
Dude, just go cook in the camp area. Have another trailer set up in the camp area and just cook out of it.
There you go. He's got the toy Sequoia going there. My buddy in high school drove one of those. I'm like, that car's I feel like it's an underrated beast.
It is. I agree.
Yeah,
all right. Well,
yeah.
We're into it almost an hour and 20.
Dude,
right on.
And we didn't even give away our other giveaways, so I guess we'll do those tomorrow.
Next time.
We'll do that tomorrow.
We'll let Ashley do it.
Well, yeah, that's a great idea. So tomorrow,
dude, we've got a new show.
Yeah, we got another new show.
We've got a new show that's on Wednesdays now.
Yeah.
At 8:00 Central Standard Time, same thing. But it's women. It's a Women's Wednesday.
Yo, you guys want some Rebel Rally runners?
We do.
Ashley, we'll have Ashley send you a message, or we'll connect you with Ashley
Oldham.
Yeah, guys, I feel like there's an hour and 20. We got another hour and 20 to go. I feel like there's dive into. We just did the NFTs. That was the midpoint on our.
Dude, I can't sit here much longer. I'm gonna blow up.
I'm messing with you guys.
My bladder's like screaming right now. Like, hey.
Congrats though. I got a tiny bit left. Congrats to you both. Seriously.
Right on. Congrats to you, man.
So cool to see. You guys rock.
Living the dream, dude. Awesome.
Dude, building campers.
But yeah, we'll have NFTs rolling out soon. I really want to make one of the ones where they change like Board Monkey has. I want one for overlanding.
I don't think Tommy's got the right plumbing to be on your show, Ashley. Actually, I thought we were just.
She takes men.
I'm just kidding.
Ashley would love to.
It's a buy show
as well.
It's a buy show. Well, I mean, she does have Jeff.
So, I don't know.
I mean, poor Jeff. His balls are in her purse all the time. Anyway, she owns him.
That's too funny. Ashley's got a pretty sweet forerunner, and she matches our energy when we're all hanging out. So she's gonna do good. She did good her first show.
They're fun to hang out with.
Yeah, there's no limits to her. She's gonna rock it pretty hard.
Well, fantastic.
I was trying to say something that wasn't gonna sound dirty, and I ended up doing it.
Hey, when we've camped with her and Jeffrey, they're a blast, and their kids are great too. Speaking of which, hopefully the little one's ears better. So.
Did anyone curse, or are you saying something? There's an injury. Well, guys, we'll let y'all rock and roll. Get out of here. Hey, thank you guys. Seriously, we'll come back. We'll come back and tell you more about what's going on.
Hey, well, tell everybody where they can find you.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, we're campworksco.com, campworksco on Instagram. Those are two. We got a little bit of YouTube stuff coming out in the next little bit. We haven't really gotten into that yet, but get some actual tours and walk-arounds of the NS1. And so that'll be coming out on our YouTube channel as well after that. But campworksco.com is definitely the website there. Keep eyes on that. And seriously excited to show more what we've been working on with you guys here in the long run. Keep it up, and we'll see you more expo.
Right. We'd love to see you grow. So we're excited for you as well.
Appreciate you guys.
And then you can follow us at All Over Overland on all the social medias, Overland Radio on all the social medias. Yeah, we appreciate you guys for listening. Tommy, thanks for coming on. Lee, thanks for pushing all the buttons. Everybody out there, we love you. And we are not going to have a show next Tuesday. We're going to take a break. It's the only break that we're going to have for a while because it's going to ramp up. Probably, what are you thinking? February?
Probably mid to late February. We're gonna end up doing shows
almost every night of the week.
Yeah, so we have a Monday night show, the Off-Road Podcast. Michael has his show tonight, obviously, and then now Ashley has her show, the Women's Wednesday, tomorrow night. But we're going to fill some of that with all these vendors and exhibitors from the More Expo. So we're going to do a marathon like we did last year. It'll be about 3 months total. And basically every night,
we'll have a new vendor on.
We'll have a new exhibitor vendor on that's coming to More.
Love it.
It's going to be a good time. All right. Thank you guys so much. Whatever you do, make sure that you go all over.
World Tour, bitches.